Hello everyone, my name is Robyn Olivia and I am a theatre maker and community arts facilitator, and I was recently the assistant director on New International Encounters production The Snow Queen at the Cambridge Junction. What a fantastic company and what a fantastic show to have been part of, and what an amazing learning opportunity. My role in the rehearsal room was one that I'd not done before, and it was very much, as the process was devised, my role was to kind of sit there and do live script editing to make sure that all the improvisations, all the games we played in the space, that anything that worked, anything that supported the story that we were trying to tell, that was creative, that had a good response from the people in the room, I would try and write it down, and I would edit scenes together, edit lines together to kind of come up with a coherent script that I could then pass over to the director, and then Alex would add on these other bits to the script, and then we could pass it back to the actors to play with on like the second or third round of that scene. So it was really fun. I learned so much, and I really learned how to be so present in the space, to look at a show in a greater capacity of not just one scene, but cool, how does this scene that I'm writing for now influence what's going to happen in the next scene? How does that general arc of that whole story link together? So it was, I felt really lucky to be part of that process, and I really felt that my opinions and ideas were taken on board and that I was able to give feedback to the actors. NIE's process is fantastic. It is exciting, it is varied, and most importantly it's playful, and playing is a crucial part to the way that I want to approach work. There was so much joy in the room, there was so much care, and I was really lucky that so many of NIE's staff, the company, the crew, I wanted to learn as much as I could from this opportunity, and they really took the time to talk to me and answer the questions I had. And for me, the main thing that I learned and came away from was the relationship of devising and music. I am in no way a musician, but I love music, and I know I want that to be part of my work in the future, and it was really exciting to see how that relationship worked in the space, and how music and devising need one another to be able to propel a story and a rehearsal process forward. My highlight of the whole process was when we did the previews, and it was the first day that we got a full audience to watch the show, and you're in the rehearsal room, you think things might work, but just hearing the audience's reaction to the story was fantastic. And we'd worked really hard to make sure that the character of Gerda was modern and it fitted the world that we live in now. So when Gerda has a couple of these moments where she's really strong and her character is really propelled forward, it was so exciting to hear young women in the audiences and young girls being excited by the power that she had, and hearing them on the way out being yeah, we should be more like Gerda, we should be strong and we should be brave. And that felt really special for me, to have created such an amazing character that those audience members wanted to be like her as young people. And also for me, NIE was wonderful in terms of how inclusive their process was. As a disabled actor, it was really exciting, a disabled creative as well as acting, it was really exciting to be part of a process that was inclusive, and for working for a company who were really open to those conversations and wanted to talk about how they could make their work more relaxed and more inclusive. And I really was genuinely grateful for the time and consideration they gave me in those conversations. So all in all, NIE is fantastic. The process was great. I learned so much, and if you're ever thinking of doing something like this and applying for an assistant directing scheme or something, you absolutely should, because it has propelled my career in ways that I would never have imagined, and I am so grateful to have been able to have this opportunity with NIE. So thank you very much, NIE, and bye.